Are you ready? I said, are you? Actually, I know you guys are ready. What the fuck am I doing? What's up, guys? Welcome to week 3 of WWE Vault Watch Along. Stacked lineup, another 8 matches on tap for tonight. I'm sorry, we are going head to head with the second half of NFL playoff football in Chicago. Apparently, it is 265 degrees below zero. And they are fighting for it right now, so we are going head-to-head with that. Sorry about that, but it is Sunday, it's Watch-Along Day, and we are continuing on our January Vault Watch-Along month, which has been really fun so far. The first 2 weeks were great. We are now on week 3. During the first week, I picked every match. Last week, I picked about half of the matches. This week, I only picked one match, and next week, you guys are picking all the matches. So that's going to round out our January, but this might even extend because there is a lot of great matches available not only on the WWE Vault channel, but WCW Vault and also YouTube in general. And these are matches that we might not normally get to on a regular pay-per-view watch-along because a lot of times we omit In Your Houses and Clash of Champions and Raws and SmackDowns and Nitros and all this other stuff where you can find all these great matches, and this really gives us an opportunity to watch some of those. So tonight, we have got a great lineup on tap for you. I'm excited to do this. If you check down in the description, you are going to see a match listing in order of each match we're going to watch, along with the link to each match, and I will also pin the current match that we're watching at the top of the chat there for you to make things easier and easiest for you as possible. Most of you guys are here every week for us for our watch-alongs, and we've been doing things a little differently this month, but it seems to be working out well, and giving you guys the link and following along and all that seems to be going just fine doing it this way. So we've got another one this week. This one's fun. Get a load of the matches that we have got on tap for this evening. We're going to open up with the only match on this entire night that I selected. This is the only one that I picked, and we're going to start with it. We're going to start with the very first ever Royal Rumble match. This is Royal Rumble 1988. It aired on the USA Network. This is like a trial run, and there's only 20 competitors, not 30, so the match is a lot less long than it normally would be. And it's the first ever one that they did. Basically just a practice, exhibition to see how this is going to go. And then the following year, they turned this into a pay-per-view, upped it to 30 men, and it's been going on for past 40 years now. So the very first ever Royal Rumble match is what we're going to open with. And once we do that, that means we have watched every single Royal Rumble match from 1988 to 2005. I think 2005 is where we stopped. We haven't done 06, 07 or anything beyond, I don't think. So we've knocked out all the early ones. Also, I did see in the chat there, a couple of you guys mentioned that the WWE Vault channel, which we're going to be watching a lot of these matches on tonight, is currently playing live the Royal Rumble match from 1991. We watched that here on the channel a couple of years ago, and I even uploaded myself reacting to that match with the footage over on Patreon. And Patreon is free for everyone right now, so you should be able to access that. I think all my new videos are free to everyone, but that one should be up there if you want to see me react to Royal Rumble 1991 from maybe 2 to 3 years ago. That is over on Patreon right now. But on tap for tonight, like I said, we're going to start with Royal Rumble 1988, the 1988 Royal Rumble match. That's what we're starting with. After that, we are going to watch a couple of matches from Nitro. We talked about this last week. These were recommended via Super Chats. I'm actually pulling up my match listing here on my notes because I had you guys written down. The Nitro matches. The first one we're going to watch is Sting versus DDP, April 26th, 1999. This was courtesy of Ryan Adams with a nice super chat there. And we're also going to watch one that Victor recommended, the same night, 4-way Sting, DDP, Nash, and Goldberg, also for the title. Also, the same night on Nitro, April 26th, 1999. After that, we're going to watch The Rock defend the WCW Championship against RVD from Raw. Couple of weeks after 9/11, very, very fresh. That was another one from Fox Star Killer. Juliet has recommended Stone Cold Steve Austin versus Kane from Raw 1998. That was actually on the list for the first week, but I bumped it in favor of Mick Foley beating The Rock for the title since it was the anniversary of that match that day, and I'm glad that Juliet recommended this one because I meant to do it anyway. After that, we're going to watch Undertaker versus Hulk Hogan from this Tuesday in Texas. Then we're going to watch Edge versus Jeff Hardy and Triple H WWE Championship match triple threat from Armageddon 2008. And then we are going to finish with a wild one. This is recommended by Off Leather Wings. Kevin Steen versus El Generico, Ring of Honor Final Battle 2010. So the links to all of these matches are down in the description, and we're going to hit these one at a time, and we're going to start with the Royal Rumble 1988. So let me do a couple of quick hellos and shout-outs in the chat real quick. We got Super Chats and match recommendations dropping already for next week, and I should let you guys know that we already have 3 matches secured for Week 4. Number 1 is from Tatanani. He dropped a very generous $25 Super Chat in the chat last week to recommend Johnny Gargano versus Adam Cole 2 out of 3 falls match, TakeOver New York. We were going to do that match this week. The only problem was it's 47 minutes long, and it was really making us over. I don't really want to go too far past 3 hours for these Vault Watch-alongs, so that one has a guaranteed spot next week. Also, Zane G recommended John Cena versus Randy Orton from Breaking Point 2009. I was going to do that one this week as well, but it's another one kind of long, so we bumped it to next week. That's on tap for sure next week. And also probably, I think it was Mike who suggested Bayley and Sasha from NXT TakeOver, because Mike Witt and Juliet have both suggested that we show the women some love on these Vault Watch-alongs, and we haven't done a single women's match yet, so we will show the women some love next week, and we'll add a couple of others based on what you guys recommend this week. But let me just do a couple of hellos, and then let's get cracking here, because I don't want to keep you guys up all night. It is a Sunday night, and a lot of you guys might have school. The bus, or as my mom used to call it, the yellow fella, might be rolling up on your house tomorrow morning, so you can get on the bus with your books and your pencils and go to school and learn shit. So if that's your deal, I don't want to keep you up all night tonight. Good to see our friends like Melissa Tatanani. We got Mike Rouse. We've got myself. We Are Pro Wrestling. Good to see you, my boy, Ryan Adams. Did you send me your address? I didn't see it on Blue Sky, but let me know if you've sent me that somewhere and I haven't seen it yet, Ryan. I'm looking for it. Big Funds HC. Good to see you, Brandon. We got Daniel in the house. Spencer Dunnings. We've got David Brown and George Morris with the Token 5. Tito is great, and Elizabeth is great. Thank you, George. Elizabeth's got her surgery coming up 2 weeks from Tuesday on her knee, all complete reconstructive knee surgery. She's going under the knife. Rumors, WWE 2K26, CM Punk Showcase, and the new match types, I Quit, 3 Stages of Hell, Inferno, and Dumpster. Interesting. I don't know anything about video games. I didn't know that those matches weren't included yet, but Punk being on the cover, I can see that. Good to see the Juliet. Yeah, we'll talk about the Rascals, but when I watched Collision last night, I was like, wasn't there 4 of them? And then I thought I was dumb. I thought, because I mentioned in the podcast on Friday night, I'm like, oh yeah, the AEW signed all 4 of the Rascals, and there's only 3 of them. And I'm like, did I think there was 4 and there's only 3? But there is 4. Trey Miguel not making the jump. We'll dig into that situation this week, I'm sure, on the podcast. Surge, Ricky Zalvadar, Larry Carroll, and we've got Fox Star Killer dropping $50 in the chat. He has got a match recommendation for us. Ooh, I like this one. You might have already recommended this one, because I thought about this match for this week, but I like it. You've got a guaranteed spot on next week's lineup for sure. Thank you for that, Fox Star Killer. We are going to be watching Edge and Christian versus The Undertaker and The Rock from Raw, December 18th, 2000, WWF Tag Team Championship match. Hopefully that is available on the Vault. We will be watching that next week. Thank you for that, Fox Star. That is a good suggestion. Tatanani has dropped $25 in for us. Oh, okay. We're going to revisit this one. Not sure if we're going to do this next week or not, but you have guaranteed yourself a spot on a future watch-along or a future Vault watch-along for Bret Hart versus Diesel, WWF title match, Survivor Series 1995. This was no holds barred. I loved that match, and we've watched it before. I've reviewed the show before. We've talked about that a lot before, and I will never turn down an opportunity to rewatch that gem. So that will be on the list either next week or the week after, since I think Tatanani, you've already got one scheduled for next week, so we might have that one after that. We'll see, but either way, we're watching Bret and Diesel from Survivor Series. All right, that's going to do it for now. Let's hit play on this first match so I don't keep you guys all night. We've been blabbering for 13 minutes now. It's 13 past the hour. Enough's enough. Cheers to you. If you got them, please open them. You got your jammies on, right? It's Sunday. Sunday is Jammies Day. You guys know the rules. You're going to join me on Sunday. You need to be in your jammies. Otherwise, don't even bother showing up here, okay? That's the rule. Hey, I don't make the rules. Actually, I do, and that is the rule. So make sure you got your jammies on. All right, let's start Royal Rumble 1988. as I mentioned, you can either check the description for these links, or I'm always going to pin the current match right there at the top of the chat. So however you want to access this match, you can do that. And we're going to go 3, 2, 1, play for every single match. We're going to restart the timer for every match. I'm sorry if you're watching these on YouTube. These are all YouTube matches. So if you don't have YouTube Premium, ads are going to fuck you. And I'm sorry for not really thinking that through before we started this, but I recommend getting Premium. It really is nice not having to worry about ads. But if you do have to worry about ads, I've killed them on this video. You're not going to be interrupted here by me by advertisements, but you might on whatever match we're watching. So if that is your deal, that's what the timer is for, so you can try to sync yourself back up in between those interruptions. So without further ado, let's go ahead and hit play on the Royal Rumble match from 1988. I have never in my life seen this thing all the way through. I don't think I've ever watched it bell to bell. Seen clips, I know who wins, I know who starts, but I've never really watched it. I didn't watch it that night on USA Network. I didn't even know it was on. I didn't know about it till like the following year. I had no idea they even did this. So I don't know what I was doing on this night back in 1988, but I was unaware that this match was even happening, or this event was even happening on the USA Network. I don't know how I missed it, and I call myself a fan. All right, well, let's watch Royal Rumble 1988. Let me restart it. There we go. Oh, hold on. It's not what I want to do. There we go. No, come on. I'm trying to get all my zeros there. Okay, we're ready to go. You guys ready? Got all your zeros there at on the Royal Rumble? Mine started about 5 seconds in, and I had to rewind it. Okay, here we go. 3, 2, 1, play. Okay, guys? Let's rock Royal Rumble 1988. 3, 2, 1, play. Boom. Nailed it. All right, Howard is going to... Who's in the ring? Is that Tito? Oh, it's Tito and Brett. That's right. I knew this. I thought we were going to see introductions. And this is pretty fresh because Strikeforce had just defeated the Hart Foundation a couple of months earlier for the Tag Team Championships. And Tito was Tag Team Champion going into this. So it is 2 minutes, but we're only doing 20 minutes out of 30. So this is only a 35-minute match. Look at that kid. Howard is explaining the rules to us, but we know the rules. Throw motherfuckers over top rope. That's how you win. By the way, cheers. I don't have any of my trusty 805s tonight. I had to settle for a Pacifico. I forgot to go to the store, and I had 3 of these in the fridge. Brett was so oily in those days, wasn't he? Oh, that's what happened. Oh, Tito got me, man. Tacula, Mexico. Arriba. Last week, we watched Tito Santana defeat The Undertaker. That was fun. Really enjoyed that. Yes, Tatanani, you've already got a match next week for Cole Gargano. We might do your Brett and Diesel one next week, too. I'll have to see once I... It takes me longer than I kind of thought it would to kind of organize these matches, how many matches I've bumped and switched and changed to try to get that sweet spot of 3 hours, 7 to 9 matches type of thing is what I'm looking for. And so your match was on the list, then it was off, then it was back on, then it was off. Zane G, same thing with Cena and Orton, trying to piece them together, but they're definitely going to be on there for next week. So... if we don't get to Brett and Diesel next week, it'll be the week after. And I'll be back in 2 seconds. I am bleeding because I'm... Oh, wait, no, I don't have to go anywhere. I'm good. Never mind. I thought I had to go get a rag. Tito clawed my arm, and I'm bleeding. And we didn't get... I don't recall too many one-on-one matches between Brett and Tito. I can't think of any. Obviously, the previous year at WrestleMania 3, Tito was a part of that Battle Royal with the tag team match with Danny Davis. And then Rick and Tito took the belts from Hart Foundation. But aside from that, like, Two of my just favorite baby faces of all time. I mean, there was talk when Vince put the title on Brett in 1992, there was talk of that person being Tito. Tito was in the running to be the champion in 1992 and 1993, and ultimately Vince went with Bret Hart. And the Hart Foundation, Bret specifically, is down to just his last couple of months of being a heel here because he turns babyface at WrestleMania in the Battle Royal. We got a little clock. Can the fans see the clock? Oh, Butch Reed's number 3. That's bad for Chico. Current champions in the company at this point. Hulk Hogan is your WWF champion. He's about to drop the title to Andre the Giant in a couple of weeks on NBC. Strikeforce are the tag team champions, and Honky is still the Intercontinental Champion going into 1988. I'm eating some of these Skittles Littles. Fucking delicious. They're Skittles Littles. They're like little Skittles. They're Skittles, but little. Bag was like $5 too. I'm eating Skittles Littles over here. Oh, Bret and Butch Reed. I have never seen them in the same ring before. Or interact at all before. When you talk about 80s wrestling, Bret, Tito, and Butch, late 80s, WWF. Hey, Tito. Boom. Bret and Butch Reed, double teaming Tito. I mean, are we getting somebody else down here? Oh, there's Neidhart. I didn't even see the timer. I didn't see the timer, y'all. Santana does have lousy luck. He's literally getting the shit kicked out of him by the Hart Foundation and Butch Reed. Oh, here's the Harts like to do this. I like how Butch is getting into, yeah. And Hart Foundation delivered that move, I believe, better than Demolition. Demolition used that as a finisher, but Hart Foundation did it better because Bret came off with the point of the elbow down where Axe would kind of come down sideways, and sometimes it didn't look good. Yesterday was the 39-year anniversary of the debut of Demolition. They debuted on January 17th, 1987. With Axe played by Bill Eadie, and then Smash was played by one of the Bulldogs. Or not Bulldogs, Moondogs. Until Barry Darsow came in. Managed by Johnny V. They had a really weird look at first. All right, Santana. I don't know how I feel like it's got to be Rick Martel. It's got to be Ricky Martel coming out next. Oh, it's Jake. All right. Tito's getting some help in the form of Jake. Oh, there you go. Goodbye, Butch. I've never seen Jake and Bret Hart really wrestle either. That's the cool thing about these Rumbles is sometimes you see interactions that you will never see. There would never really be a reason to have Jake and Bret in the ring together unless you're doing some large multi-man tag on a live event or something. Or for Coliseum Video or some weird shit. And Tito and Jake are... Damn, Jake with a big body slam on Bret. I think if you rank these guys in terms of craziness, Jake would be the most fucked up, followed by Jim, then Brett, then Tito is the best. That's a good sell by Jake on the clothesline from Neidhart. Oh, Brett with a pile driver. Gnarly one, too. Harley Race. The following year at the Royal Rumble, Harley Race would face Haku for the crown, because what's going to happen to Harley in a couple of months right after Hogan drops the belt? The first match he has back on television, the Saturday Night's Main Event match against Harley Race. And Harley does, he's done this move a lot, but this one fucked him up. He's on the ring apron, he goes to dive onto Hogan onto a table. Hogan moves, Harley falls through the table and bends and breaks the table. We used to do this shit in the NWA too. But for some reason, he got really injured there, had to have surgery, and was out for the rest of the year. And then they put the crown on Haku. And then when he came back, they had a match for the crown. And I think that 89 Rumble match is the end of Harley Race in the WWE. So basically, he'd be around for about another year. So Harley had about I'd say maybe a 2.5-year run in WWE. Came in like mid-86, if I remember right, and hung out until the beginning of 89. Oh! Did somebody fall? That's Jim Brunzell, but I thought he fell when he came through. He's a house of fire. Now, the Bees and the Hearts had a good rivalry in late 87. Really fun matches between those two teams. I really liked the Bees as a kid. Where's Mike? We got Brunzell in here, Mike. Surprised you're not marking out for half of the high flyers right now. I think Brett is through the ropes. Angie in the house, what's up? We'll let it slide this time. I'm in a giving mood. We won't block you for being late. Got just enough time to catch up. 25 more minutes left of this Royal Rumble match. If you want to join us. I want to thank our boy, Ryan Adams, dropping $50 in the chat. You've got to go and thank you for showing the women some love. We need to show the women some love. Juliet was the one that mentioned that. And I'm like, yeah, we haven't shown the women some love, and that was not on purpose. But thank you so much for that. Since it's almost that season and we need more women's matches, and it was the first match my fiance ever watched with me back then, the first ever women's chamber match in 2018. Okay. You guys read the Super Chat rules in the description. That gets it on the docket for next week automatically. So that match is now added. We have 5 matches already for next week. Probably got room for 2 or 3 more, and then that's going to be it, unless we go over the 3-hour mark. Fuck. Next Sunday is Championship Sunday, isn't it? Isn't it? AFC and NFC Championship? It's got to be, right? We might be going head-to-head with a big game next week, but that's okay. Oh, I didn't acknowledge Sam Houston, who came out earlier. Is Jake still in there? I've never seen Jake and Sam in the same place before. That's kind of cool. They're brothers. Jim and Brett are brother-in-laws. Oh, and Santana is gone. I'll tell you what, man, the Hart Foundation eliminated Strikeforce from the Survivor Series as well after they dropped the titles to them. And now Tito. This is not a Skittles Little. This is something else. Danny Davis, oh my God. We talked about him last week, too. Sam Houston and Davis were feuding. I remember. Houston beat Danny Davis on TV or something, and it caused this little mini feud between two terrible wrestlers. Look at Harley. Look at Harley doing the Dean Ambrose teeter-totter. God, Harley's got a gut on him, doesn't he? Harley Race looks like the kid. He's the kid from Bad Santa. That's who he is. That's Harley. I don't remember that kid's name. Thurgood or something? Or Thurman Merman? Yeah, Thurman Merman. He's Thurman Merman. So we got the Hart Foundation and Danny Davis in the ring now. It's Boris Zukov. They don't have any top stars in this thing. I mean, I shouldn't say top stars, but they don't have any like main eventers. There's no Hogan, no Savage, no Honky, no Andre. Bundy might still be there, but just barely. He just left. He had his final match at the beginning of the year. Just Smitty. Harley didn't train Triple H. Killer Kowalski did. Jose, yeah, the bragging rights match is on the network. We're already doing that one. Zane recommended that one a couple weeks ago, so that's on the list. We're gonna get to it, and I've got that currently scheduled for next week. Thank you, Foxstar. Boris was the number 10th entry. Harley holding Jim Brunzell for Brett in a double team move. That's what's cool about the Rumbles. Is you see interactions that you've never seen. I've never seen Brett and Harley share a ring. Ever. Yeah, Brett, by the way, was number 1. He's still there. Jesse is suggesting he might run down there. Oh, it's Don Morocco and Nikolai. What's going on here? How's this possible? What? Morocco and Nikolai are like both running to the ring, and then Morocco decks Nikolai. He gets in there, and now the refs aren't letting Nikolai in. How come they haven't done that yet? How come they haven't done that in one of the Rumbles where they've like had 2 people run in? Well, Boris is gone just like that. Nikolai is still out there. He wants in. And they're probably telling him, like, you're out next, bro. Why was he following Morocco out there? Wow. That is why Jim Brunzell has one of the best drop kicks in the history of the business. He just nailed Brett with a beauty. Sam Houston working over Harley Race. Good luck, kid. Just like his brother Jake, tall and lanky. Holy shit. You know who? Jesse goes, if you don't knock it off, you're going to be hearing from Barry Bloom, famous agent of the... I can't believe Barry Bloom's been around that long. How fucking old is that guy? He still represents people. Barry Bloom represents Will Ospreay, I'm pretty sure. Holy crap. He says he's going to hear from Barry Bloom, and then Vince goes, who? And Jesse goes, you know who. And Vince definitely knows who Barry Bloom is. Holy crap. That is very cool. I didn't know Bloom was doing shit way back then. He's been representing Jesse for 5 decades, man. Brunzell. And there goes Harley. That's a popular way of Harley taking a top rope bump. He loves to go straight back and kind of lands like belly first on the apron. He probably jumped the gun by accident. He probably did. Why wasn't Morocco looking back? Like, why are you following me, dude? Nikolai's in now, so he was number 12. He just ran out there with Don for some reason. Alan, I don't think Rick Martel was off TV. He's co-holder of the Tag Team Championships right now, so I'm assuming he's in this match, but maybe he's not. I have no idea. Oh, here we go. Here comes Hacksaw. So maybe Rick Martel is just not in this match for some reason. Maybe he's dinged up, a little injury, because he would get injured. He had a neck problem because after they lost the titles to Demolition, he took the rest of the year off to get neck surgery. So maybe there's something up with him. I don't know. But we might still see him. Oh, yeah, and Duggan and Harley were in the middle of a feud. Sounds like, I mean, based on the tone of Vince McMahon's voice, I feel like he's forgiven Hacksaw Jim Duggan for the Iron Sheik cocaine incident. An incident that took place after WrestleMania 3. Bret Hart is the man. That's why. Duggan wearing out Neidhart. A couple of former NFL football players. All right, who's it going to be? Oh, fans are calling for the DDT. I don't think the fans can see the timer. Ooh, Ron Bass. So Ron Bass is going to be number 14 here. And oh, there goes Brunzell. So we have 9 men in there. We had 10. The Rock almost went out. Yeah, Morocco's in a bad upside down way there. Oh, there's B. Brian Blair. So the other B is in there. So we've had both Bs, both Hearts, but we've only had one Strike Force. He doesn't know that, maybe. Yes, he does. Yeah, thank you, Jesse. I love when Jesse gives it to Vince. Vince, I don't know how many times Vince said, Lady Luck riding on your shoulders. It was like one of his favorite sayings. He constantly said that. He was always about Lady Luck. Lady Luck. He said Lady Luck as often as he said Americana. Ugh. God, Vince. Vince and his Vinceisms. Lady Luck riding on his shoulders here tonight. Ugh. Shoots the half. What a maneuver. Vince knew 6 phrases and he just repeated them over and over. He loved to say shoots the half. Ugh. You know how announcers like to say no wasted motion. They say that about everybody. Jim Neidhart, no wasted motion. He just got eliminated, but he didn't waste any motion when he was eliminated. Just once, I would love to hear an announcer say, this motherfucker wastes a ton of motion. But they never say that. Yeah, Brett's in there alone now. Neidhart's gone. Brett number 1 still in there. Brett is the Bob Backlund of the first ever Royal Rumble. And Brett is still in there. Yeah, Hillbilly is number 16, by the way. Hillbilly was in good shape, too. He had a bigger chest than he had arms. His arms are kind of skinny for his chest size, but he's still just big. I always liked Hillbilly. I remember when he came in. I was watching when he came in. He was sitting in the crowd. And Hogan brought him in and gave him his boots. And they became friends and teamed together a lot on television. In 85. And here comes Dino. Oh, the bench press mark. That was earlier on. That was at this event. Dino Bravo attempted to set the record for the world's biggest bench press, 700 and some odd pounds or whatever. And that was done up on the stage here at this event. And Jesse helped him lift up the barbells to give him the record. All right, I think we only got 3 or 4 guys left. Oh, yeah, unbelievable. Can't forget unbelievable. Unbelievable. No, Vince, it's pretty believable. I mean, it's cool, but I wouldn't call it unbelievable. You can believe it. It's not aliens. It's a fucking wrestling move. Oh, the Ward, the dingo. Maybe the dingo ate your baby. Look at Warrior. He had just come in. Brett is out. Damn it. Yeah, as soon as Warrior showed up, Brett left. That sucks. Because, Brett was supposed to work with the Warrior at Royal Rumble 1993. Supposed to beat him with the sharpshooter and everything. Vince promised him. Yeah. Oh, Brett. Oh, the gang. Cool. Gang comes in at number 19 and he does not win. That's wild stuff. Poor Dino, the guy was murdered in his own home. Yeah, but not for no reason. Dino could be, well, he's pretty old. He'd be pretty old, but Dino could have lived a long and happy and healthy beyond those years, but chose to get mixed up in sketchy shit, paid a sketchy price. Play stupid games, win stupid prizes. Jake is gone. JYD, another super over. That's it. Is he the last one? So let's get a roll call here. We got Hacksaw Jim Duggan, Ultimate Warrior, Don Morocco, JYD, One Man Gang, Hillbilly, Dino, Davis, Nikolai, Ron Bass. I don't know if I missed anybody. 10. Yeah. I got to go with the dog. They should have given it to JYD. Damn, Hillbilly's gone. Shout out to Frenchie Martin. We got One Man Gang and the Dingo in there. They probably cross paths a little bit in Texas, I would assume. Duggan is going to take out Davis. I love it. He gave Davis his finisher up against the ropes, knocked him right out. The Warrior. Bruno ain't in there. Bruno made a comeback in the mid-'80s. He feuded with like Randy Savage in, I don't know, 85 or 86 or something. He came back and wrestled a bit. Like even after David Sammartino came and went, Bruno got in the ring. There we go. There's Ron Bass, final four. It's Duggan, Gang, Dino, and The Rock, Don Morocco. All four of these guys would be in the WrestleMania 4 championship tournament. All four would lose. Gang would make it the furthest. Bravo and Morocco would be opponents. Oh, look at Morocco. This is the best shape Morocco's ever been in, is right here. He was doing, that's exactly what Bam Bam Bigelow would have done. What Morocco did right there, the way he kind of rolled through in between those guys, that's how Bam Bam would have done it. Frenchie ate it. Oh, Morocco's gone. Now it is Dino and Gang against Dugan. No, you're fucked, Duggan. Is Slick out there? Like Frenchie is. But I don't see Slick, who was the manager of One Man Gang. He wasn't out there for Butch Reed either. How many Dark Side of the Ring episodes are in this match? A couple at least. I know Dino's got one. And there goes Dino. And now it's Gang and Duggan. Look at Frenchie. These guys have a lot of history too, before WWE. Mid-South, right? Yeah, what a ride. That's another Vince one. But man, that Lady Luck shit. God, Vince. Yeah, use the 2x4. There he goes. Yes. He pulled the top rope down. That's what you're supposed to do, Jesse. And Hacksaw gets the win. And there's the picture from the thumbnail. He doesn't get any title shot at WrestleMania. He doesn't face the WWE champion at WrestleMania. What a jip. Yeah, I'm sure that's exactly what happened, Jesse. Happened just like that, just like you're saying. All right, that's it for the Royal Rumble. That's cool. Royal Rumble's done. Let's kill those timers. Let's kill the zeros there. And let's put the new match up, which I thought I had it there. There we go. All right, the next one we are going to do, I'm pinning it in the chat right now for you guys. Replace pin message. All right, the next one is going to be this Sting versus DDP match from Nitro. Now, this one was recommended by Ryan Adams. Dropped $50 in the chat last week to do this one. Sting versus DDP Nitro, April 26th, 1999. And after this match, we're going to watch another match from later on that night. I'm pretty sure was the main event, a four-way for the WCW World Championship. And I'm pretty sure we see two title changes here, if memory serves. So this is a really interesting couple of matches here from Nitro. Don't really remember the circumstances here, so you guys can fill me in on that for those of you who might know the story behind this. So this is WCW Nitro, April 26th, 1999. Diamond Dallas Page versus Sting. That's the match we're going to be watching first. And like I said, this is courtesy of our boy Ryan Adams. So we're going to see what this one is about. 24 minutes and 5 seconds is the runtime on this one. And let's go ahead and hit play on Sting and DDP. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, play. All right. Nitro 99. Sting versus DDP. I don't recall why they did two matches on this night. I don't know. I have no idea. All right, so this is Sting. DDP is the champion going into this. He's facing Sting, who looks to be in great shape here, by the way. Piper. Look at Sting's boots. Sting's in great shape here. If he would have looked like that at Starrcade 97, he probably would have won the title. Or kept the title. Oh, of course, we get the network edit on DDP's theme. Not a big surprise there. So is DDP a heel here? What happens here? Is DDP a heel by 99? How close to this DDP are we to... No, that's coming up later. That's way later. Because I think Jeff Jarrett's involved in that. He's not in the company yet. This is also about a month before Owen Hart passes away as well. Okay, so DDP still got that. So he's not got the ponytail yet. So when he was in the movie Ready to Rumble, that would be later on in the year, right? In 99? Because by the time they did that Triple Cage bullshit, Jarrett was there. And Arquette and all that stuff was later on in the year. So I guess DDP's a babyface here, I think. Although I'm not sure. I have no idea. I was so checked out to WCW in 1999. To me, they were dead in the water. WWE was crushing them. You can barely hear Tony Schiavone and Mike Tenay. DDP's in great shape. Him and Sting both look very good. The funny thing is, I remember watching, I think I ordered the pay-per-view when Page won the world title for the first time, but I don't remember when that was. So this must be his first run, right? Because he falls short at Halloween Havoc to Goldberg, then Goldberg drops the title to Nash. Nash then finger pokes it to Hogan, and I don't remember what happens after that. So I don't even know how DDP gets the title. Fill me in the chat, please. I'm not as sharp as on my WCW history as I am on WWE, so I don't really know how this all came together. But I do have to shout out Sting and DDP, who both just look in tremendous shape, and they have amazing tans. Tans look good. This is before spray tanner was a thing. People were going to the actual tanning beds back in the 90s. Now people just rub that shit all over themselves. Makes it look like they're sweating brown paint. Okay, so DDP won in a Spring Stampede 4-way. Who was in that match? Okay, DDP turned heel after winning the belt at Spring. Okay, so he is a heel going into this. Okay, got it. Oh, 1 week after Rick Rude died and 4 weeks before Owen. Yeesh. You know, I thought WCW was such a joke in 99. It sucks that I failed to appreciate that this is a pretty good match here. You know, DDP and Sting are still very physically capable. You know, DDP had a great 1997 and 1998. He had that great match with Bill Goldberg at Halloween Havoc. Sting, of course, is a legend and great worker who just retired, 2 years ago? So these guys are still very capable in between the ropes. And it's a shame that I wasn't able to appreciate WCW for the talent that they still had there in 99 at the time, because I just thought WWE was just... At that point, I felt like WWE had their boots on the neck of WCW, and they were not going to get off. And they had a shitty year in 99. WWE, I went to 3 pay-per-views in 1999, WWE pay-per-views, and they all sucked. Mania, King of the Ring, and Unforgiven. I went to all of them. They all sucked. SummerSlam wasn't that great. Survivor Series wasn't great. Rumble might have been, arguably the best of the Big Five that year? Would you guys agree with that opinion? All right, Sting's coming after him. There we go. Pretty sure WCW did a... Is this the year that they did an ass load of title changes in 99? Pretty sure they do 2 of them here in one night. And then, by the time you get to the end of the year, like Brett's winning the title at the pay-per-view, right? And Benoit and Eddie are leaving, and Jarrett's coming in. It's a fucking mess. Oh, Stinger Splash. Russo and Ferrara come in. There we go. Deathlock. Go look at Page twist himself around. He has got... That's how you do it. When I used to put the sharpshooter on my little sisters back in the day, they were really good at contorting their bodies to get out of it. Not letting me turn over. They just kept... They were really good at, avoiding it and countering it. Both of my sisters, excellent counter wrestlers. Oh, that 4-way or that cage thing, not the 4-way cage, that triple cage thing, that was in 2000. All that stuff was in 2000. Okay. I'm liking the white boots on Sting. Very, very little to dislike about either of these guys. Their pro wrestling careers, and especially Sting and DDP, how much respect they still garnered from the fans in their older age. DDP is, pretty old now, but the lives that he's saved and the lives that he has changed with DDP Yoga and taking people in and helping them get their shit together, whether it be mentally, physically, or via sobriety or whatever, he's been there for people. And then Sting, I think AEW's use of Sting is the best pro wrestling use of a legend of all time. Every promotion, every decade, every country, I don't think anybody has used a legend to the level of Sting quite as well as AEW did. He was entertaining, while at the same time being relevant to their stories, while at the same time not taking away from other talent, not hogging spotlights, and still managed to be undefeated without doing any of that. That is a delicate line to walk, and I think AEW walked it perfectly with him. It's one of the few things they've done perfectly, to be honest, but that was done perfectly. AEW's lists of picture-perfect executions is a short one in their 6-year history, but they did Sting right. This is a standard match, right? There's no stipulation. It's hard to hear the announcers, but it sounds like this is a standard match, so they got to get their asses back. Unless it's no DQ or something, I don't know. Hey, shout out to TNA Wrestling. It appears like they bounced back pretty strong with Genesis last night. Happy to see that, because that AMC debut was god-awful. What a pile of shit. So I was really happy that pay-per-view, from what I saw, appeared to be pretty solid damn show last night. So good for them. Just bounce back. That's what you got to do. Can't change the past. You just got to move forward. So I'm really happy to hear that they sounded like they had a good show last night. From all fan accounts. Reviews were positive from what I saw. God, I hate when you can barely hear the announcers for whatever reason. Hey, anybody want to look? I got too many screens go. I guess I could do it on my phone. Anybody want to take the time to look up what's going on April 26, 1999 Monday Night Raw? What this was up against? What was the main event? If I had to guess, it was probably something involving Austin and... Oh! It might have been the night that the teddy bear burned. Remember the burning teddy bear with Undertaker and Vince? It's real close to this time period, so it might have been that. Might have been the burning teddy bear night, which I believe was a taped show, if I remember correctly. So Nitro, I think, was probably, considering they have 2 title matches here, they were probably up against a taped Monday Night Raw. That's my guess. My educated guess. They are in Fargo for this match, by the way. Fucking Fargo. Who runs shows in Fargo? How many people live there? 7? 8? Maybe like 13 around the holidays? Nice belly to back. I hated the new WCW logo. Hated it. Hated the new Nitro set. I just love the old school Nitro set. I really thought the logo change was a bad one. I thought it sucked. If I was going to change it, I would have kept the WCW initials the way they were, but then maybe spiced up its surroundings. Maybe not, the core of the logo itself. And it was a big mistake. They're already getting their asses kicked by WWE. Now they change up how they look and stuff. I didn't think it was smart. Look at Sting fly. Jesus, he's so fast. Nice. Head, butt, right to the penis. Speaking of penises, I'm in Twitter jail for a week. I told a white supremacist to eat a dick. It suspended me for a week. So if you want to hear any of my social media thoughts, catch me on Blue Sky and on Instagram until next Sunday, okay? I am in Twitter jail. Sorry, not sorry. You know the dude that went and tried to burn the Quran and got his ass kicked? He's like, I got stabbed. I'm like, eat a dick, motherfucker. And I got Twitter jailed for it. Somehow I will pick up the pieces of my shattered life and try to move on. And hopefully I can survive without the brain rot timeline of Twitter for 7 days. Somehow I think I'm going to be okay. I always got a kick out of a little star tattoo on DDP's chest. I don't know why. It looked like something a girl would have on her tits. It's like how Lance Archer has the tramp stamp. Like, what are you doing? You did that on purpose? You didn't even lose a bet? You went to the tattoo parlor, plopped down money, and said, put this on my lower back? Okay. I ain't judging. Nice neck breaker. I love Sting's pads. He's got pads on his quads, pads on his penis, and pads on his knees, all built into that bodysuit. That's actually really smart. We were complaining about Bret Hart's knee pads in the Rumble match earlier, falling all the way down to his feet there. Oh, this is the night of the Black Wedding. Okay. So that means the following week, I think, was the teddy bear thing then, I think. So this is the night of putting Stephanie on the thing and Austin saving her? That's the same night? That's cool. So you got a 4-way. I'm assuming the 4-way we're going to watch next is the main event of this Nitro. So it's probably that 4-way going up against the wedding. Interesting. That's something we could do that would be fun. It would be confusing and as all hell, but if we tried to do a watch-along of Nitro and Raw at the same time, we hit play on both of them. We got Nitro on one side and Raw on the other, and we watch both. That's going to be hard to do. Maybe we can give it a shot. Nice. Come on, Stingy. How many world titles has Sting won up until this night right here in 99 in WCW? No. God, I don't know. Maybe 5? Oh, Sting held onto the ropes. DDP missed the cutter. Jawbreaker. I don't understand the physics of the jawbreaker. Just feels like it would have to hurt you. Obviously, you clench your fist and you come down real hard so you don't... But I still just think that would hurt like a motherfucker. There we go. Sting Bulldog. He's a lot like Brett. He's got his kind of sequence of moves here. Stinger splash. Big one. Jeez. Sting is in tremendous shape here. I cannot say enough good things about the physical shape Sting's in. He's got a crispness to how he's moving around that he did not have in late 97, early 98. Shane and Rock main evented? So that means the crucifix shit must have happened after that, though, right? There's no way the crucifix thing happened first, and then they went to Shane and Rock, is there? Oh, DDP back in control here of Sting. Boo, DDP. DDP the hippies champ sign. I love it. Another jawbreaker. I still don't understand how that works, how that doesn't hurt. Nice. He's going to every buckle. Yeah, look at fucking flexing Sting. What a stud. Pile driver. No, power bomb. Sit down power bomb. I thought it was going to be a pile driver. Then he power bombs Sting, and then he sit down power bombs Sting. Yeah, Black Wedding was the main event segment. Check out them ratings. Raw 6.0, Nitro 4.0. Nitro was still doing numbers. That's how crazy it was back then because, you know, with only cable TV, that was the only way you watched. So that's why the ratings are so high. You didn't have YouTube and streaming and DVR and all that bullshit. So the ratings were just through the roof. Destination. That's the time you watch wrestling. Ooh. And at the time, you're like, you know, fans, the general feeling was like WCW was dying. But, like, look at the numbers. 4 million people were watching the show. No, missed. You still had a fan base, even in 1999, that did prefer WCW over WWE and would probably watch Nitro over Raw, which to me is bonkers. But they existed. What kind of pile driver is this going to be? A bad one. A real bad one. Ugh. Kind of like a tombstone, but facing the other way. And DDP kicks out. Wonky pile driver. Gut wrench. Tombstone. Yeah. Oh, another one. This is like Undertaker Kane match here. With the tombstone reversals. Bam. That right there was simply the finish of SummerSlam 94. Tombstone to DDP. Is he going to win with that? No. Sting doing a tombstone. And 99, I think, would have been the best year to do Sting and Taker. Oh. Fucking. Ooh. Oof. Boom. Scorpion. Death Drop. That was nice. And Sting wins the title. Look at the crowd. I mean, on the other show, you got The Rock and Stone Cold Steve Austin and all these stars that are just white hot, crazy, off the charts, needle breaking over. And yet on the other show, you've still got the fans reacting like this to what they're doing. What a pop in Fargo. Holy shit. Let me go ahead and load up the other show real quick. Damn. Good for you, Sting. He looks good with the title. All right. So that's that one. We're going to move on to the next one now, and that is going to be the main event of this same show. Let me turn off my timer there. So it's going to be the main event later on. We just saw Sting win the World Championship from DDP, and now it's going to be a four-way involving Kevin Nash, Sting, DDP, and Goldberg for the championship, and I'm assuming this match main events Nitro that evening. So I should have that one pinned there now, so you can go down to the description or use the pinned comment to pull this up, and we will move on to match number 3, which is going to be our four-way for the title just a short time after Sting won the title on this same night. So I am queued up and ready to rock here. If you guys are, just double checking here, making sure we're good, and we are. Let's roll, because I feel like we're going to be going beyond 3 hours if we don't stay on the ball. But that was a very, very good WCW Nitro match during a year when, I was considering Nitro to be a sinking ship. They're still doing tremendous ratings, and they're pulling off matches like that on television for championships, getting that type of a crowd reaction. Sting and DDP were in excellent shape, put on a good match. Props to WCW, who were still, doing good things in 1999, despite WWE doing better things. So these are some matches that I'm happy I'm getting a chance to relive now, because I think at the time I wasn't appreciating what Nitro was still giving us, and that they still could provide some quality matches on television in situations when they wanted to, even when they were getting their asses kicked in the ratings. So very cool. Let's see what happens now that Sting is champ, and he's heading out to the ring for this four-way against DDP, Nash, and Goldberg. We'll go 3, 2, 1 play. Here we go, guys. 3, 2, 1, play. The threshold of history in Fargo, of all places. I need a cold one. I'll be right back. I wish you guys could see my studio curtain that I have right here that I come in and out of. I feel like I'm coming through a curtain, like making my entrance, but it's just a little bit off camera, so you can't see it. DDP is limping to the ring. Yeah, of course. Well, they dubbed him once. They're going to dub him every time, probably. And WWE's has never used any of the Pearl Jam or Nirvana knockoffs that DDP, Jericho, and Raven all used. We've never heard any of them on a WWE platform. Don't know who owns the rights to those or who created them. No idea. Oh, I've got my first little tear in my office chair here. I bought this when I moved in. It's a lazy boy. It's very, very comfortable. Nash still in good shape in 1999. Look at him. He's really big and he's really sexy. There's so few of us, you know? There's a little more maintenance to do with these. So I just like to make sure I've got the right match up there for you guys, since I got to change timers and graphics and links. I got to be focused. Or when we do the pay-per-views, I can just hit play and just chill the whole time. But I have work to do for these. All right, Goldberg out. Second to last, I guess Sting, the champ, will be out last because he's the champ. And so Goldberg has dropped the title back at Starrcade, right? So he's still in there. He's not won the belt back yet, but when does he hurt himself? I feel like that's coming, right? Goldberg, but I mean, breathing out the smoke is so badass. But soon Goldberg is going to do the thing where he breaks the car, right? Is that later on in the year, or is that coming up soon? I mean, if you ask me, he should still be WCW champion. He should have not dropped that belt. If I was WCW, I would have made it my mission to make him a more impressive champion than Steve Austin. Because Austin was more over than Goldberg, even though Goldberg was over. Austin was way more over. He was way better on the mic. But, you know, physically, you know, I think Goldberg had him beat there, you know, And Austin was no slouch. Austin looked great. He had a great physique, looked good, big guy and stuff. But, you know, athletically, he was limited because of the pile driver. And, you know, Goldberg's in the ring doing fucking backflips and shit, spearing people into next week. I would have said, we're going to make our champion better than their champion. I would have made that my mission. And they kind of tried to do that because Goldberg called him out on the Tonight Show and stuff. But I would have taken it a step further. I would have said, I want his matches to outperform Austin's. Austin's could still work. Austin had great matches and stuff. But my goal, if I was WCW, would have been for the fans to say in their heads, if Austin fought Goldberg, Goldberg would win. I would make it my goal to make the fans, the majority of them anyway, have that opinion. Because Austin was really driving the WWE ship, or one of the reasons, him and Rock, but Austin was really driving that popularity. So you take him out or you diminish him, you know, you're going to hurt the overall machine. And they had the exact same look, and that was what was crazy about him. First time I saw Goldberg, I thought WCW was deliberately trying to rip off Steve Austin, and I think that might have been the initial thought, but once they saw how he worked and just his style and who he was going to be, is a completely different character than Steve Austin, even though they looked exactly the same. All right, 4-way match. I love how they went to commercial there. Now we're back. Yeah, so DDP has bailed out. I mean, you don't want to do that for too long because if the finish happens in the ring and you miss it, you, like Shivani said, Schiavone just mentioned it, you can't win the title. Yeah, that's the thing. Once you got Austin and Goldberg, if you were to get them in the same place at the same time in the ring in 98, you would see how far superior of a professional wrestler in every way that Steve Austin is to Goldberg. But until that, it'd just be a dream in fans' heads. And I would have, I would have just smashed Bill over crazy. I would have made him my Bruno, and I would have had fans, comparing the two, and most fans being like, I don't see how Austin could ever beat this guy. But, if they ever got in the ring then and did a promo, Austin would absolutely eviscerate him on the mic. Also, I think Austin's experience and whatnot, and his style, he'd find a way around Goldberg's reckless intensity. Probably just lure Goldberg into making a mistake and beating himself type of thing. And fans in the Goldberg camp can be like, Austin does a lot of talking. Goldberg just goes out there and smashes people, And I would, if I was in WCW management, whoever the fuck was in charge here in April of 99, that would have been my goal. All right, there's DDP. He's back. Nash makes the save. I mean, I argue that Goldberg or Nash has the most energy because they weren't in a 24-minute match earlier on in the night. That was very good, by the way. I'd imagine Goldberg would be the favorite here against Nash and two guys who aren't 100%. Yeah, WWE and WCW traded the bow tie and stripes. NWA used to do the stripes. WWE was doing the bow tie and powder blue. Then WCW started doing the bow tie and powder blue. And WWE went to the stripes. And then WCW followed them here and went to the stripes. And then I think they're both doing the stripes by this point. What do they do now in WWE? Just like the brown, like polo shirts or something, right? Or the grayish, blackish, whatever they are. I think what AEW does the stripes, right? Hogan will be back. Have they had uncensored yet? Wasn't it in 1999 uncensored? Wasn't it like there was a Hogan? Because I ordered the pay-per-view. And I swear it was like a Hogan and Flair cage match or something. It was kind of like a double turn. Was that before or after this? Well, Sting makes a save there. Props to the Fargo crowd, man. They've been on point for both matches. Kick by Goldberg. Now, what was Bret Hart doing around this time? Because Bret, when Owen died, was like on his way to do the Tonight Show. Was that something to do with Randy Savage? What was going on there? I forgot what the fuck was going on. So what was he doing around this time, I wonder? Oh, Nash screaming. Oh, so it was before this. Okay. So Hogan's probably out as a result of that. I think Flair won that, right? I think. Oh, spear. Spear to DDP and Scorpion on Nash. Spear to Sting. Crowd loves it. Oh, jackhammer to Sting. Oh, is that going to be it? Oh, Randy Savage. Speak of the devil. Yeah, it's no DQ, so Savage can come out there. Look how jacked he is. Jesus. All right, I'm out here making my... Oh, there you go. What did he toss? Knucks? Brass knucks, foreign object. Page takes out Nash. Cutter to Nash. Is that going to be it? And he pins him and he wins the title back. Oh, my God. What a crock of shit. He's done the unthinkable. Lost and regained. Lost and won back the world title on the same night. That's interesting. I barely even remember that happening. Like a thief in the night. All right, I'm queuing up RVD and Rock right now, since that match is up next. There we go. All right, and DDP runs away with the title. So DDP lost the championship in a tremendous Monday Nitro championship match to Sting. That was really good. Can't say enough good things about them and that match and how good they looked and the shape they were in. DDP and Sting are legends. Then Sting comes back later in the main event of Nitro to defend in the four-way against Nash and Goldberg and DDP. And DDP wins the title back with some help from Randy Savage, passing him the knucks, knocks out Nash. Diamond Cutter gets the belt back and scurries away. I love it. I have very little memory. I just have like sporadic memories of WCW from like 99 and 2000 in terms of what they were doing on Nitro and stuff, because I was so focused and dialed in on WWE that I wasn't paying much attention to them. But that doesn't mean they weren't doing some good things, because that crowd was jacked for that. That was really cool. So we are going to move on now to the next match, which is, it's already pinned there in the chat. This is going to be The Rock defending the WCW Championship against Rob Van Dam from WWE Raw, September 24th, 2001. So this is just less than, 2 weeks after 9/11, which is crazy. And this was a result of a $50 super chat last week from Fox Star Killer, getting this match on the board. This is a pretty quick one, 11 minutes long, and it is from Raw, September 24, 2001 on WWE's Vault channel. Hopefully you've got the link ready to rock there, and we will hit play together right now. All right, here we go. Where am I at? There we go. All right. 3, 2, 1, play, okay? 3, 2, 1, play. There we go. I'm synced. Rob Van Dam still had that kind of early generic form of his theme that would be spiced up in the hard rock version. Hardcore champ here. Hardcore title's not on the line, but apparently the WCW title is. Wow, we are 13 days after 9/11. The next day would be the 2-week anniversary. And here he comes, The Rock. I loved this version of his theme. I thought Rock looked great with the WCW Championship. Nearing the tail end of the invasion angle here, which has been terrible. I mean, bodies are still being pulled from the rubble. You know, it's crazy. It's crazy. It would take us months to clean that up. Oh. It's Stephanie or something? Because Triple H ain't around. Must be Steph. Yep. It's the $1 billion princess. There she is. She's probably 24 right here. 24, 25, because that's how old I was. The slow walk. Rock had such funny hair. I liked it better than the flat type, I guess. Because that just seems weird now on him. Like the style of hair he had when he's in that Christmas picture with the chain, you know what I mean? Listen to this crowd. Where are they here, I'm wondering? It actually kind of looks like Richmond. I don't think that it is. Well, Richmond's got that third level there, which makes me wonder if I was at this show, but I don't think this is Richmond. Building's a little too big. Oh, yeah, Triple H already was using his Motorhead, and he's been out of action anyway. By the way, somebody who was, I think it might have been Mike, I forgot who it was, recommended Steve Austin and Triple H against Chris Jericho and Chris Benoit. The problem is you're not going to find that shit on WCW's YouTube channel anywhere independently by itself, but it is available on YouTube. So but it's in 2 parts. So that would be really hard to do a watch-along for, or to add it to our Vault watch-along. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to record an independent reaction to it, stick it on Patreon. So look for that. I've got it queued up. I just got to film it. I'll do that in the next couple days. Nice spin kick. I mean, this is kind of a dream match here, really. I mean, Rob Van Dam versus The Rock. I wish they were given more time. Because you give me this on pay-per-view, one-on-one, you know, for a world title. Sign me up. All right, Rob Van Dam's going to drape Rock here and then do his spinning guillotine. It's so much better in ECW when you have the metal railings. It looks a little weird on the big rubber black things or whatever, but it was so cool, like on a regular standard guardrail. RVD doing that move. Five-star frog splash already? Oof. Got a little Nate there in his white WCW ref shirt. When was Unforgiven? Had it happened yet? Or is this the go home to Unforgiven? Oh. Is this the only one-on-one match between these two guys? Is this it? If so, that's a shame. Throw it down. Rob Van Dam is one of the nicest monitor removers. He just picks him up and sets him down. Every wrestler's got to throw it or something. Rob just casually picks him up and gently lays them down. Look, they're still on. Oh, Jesus Christ. He came down on his head. You blithering idiot. I love it. Garrett arriving like a mystery Royal Rumble entrant. Right. Nice. Perfect split-legged position there. No. No. Okay, so this must be the night after Unforgiven then. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think Heyman just basically said there that Unforgiven was last night. So Angle is your new WWE champion. Oh. Oh my God, Chicago and Rams are in overtime. Of course. There was overtime last night too. We had that game on in the bar. It was a sellout. Everybody was glued to it. Nice. DDT. Oh. Sharpshooter. Not RVD. Steph. Oh, I really wish Rob would have won here. I don't think he does because I don't remember him being WCW champion. But oh my gosh. Oh my, is she running in heels? Oh, he got her. He got her. Damn, she is in heels doing that? I don't know how she doesn't break her ankles. Oh, it's her birthday. Yeah, I forgot Stephanie's basically 1 year older than me. Oh. Ugh. Stephanie is holding little Nate. What is she trying to do? Oh, God. Oh. No, she fucked up. And rock bottom for the win. Way to go, Steph. Screwed your boy. And still, WCW champion. I think part of the reason why a lot of fans forget about this match or that it exists is because it's so close after 9/11. Because when I put this one up on the thumbnail, I had a lot of people commenting like, I forgot about that, or I didn't know they even had a match, or that's cool, or whatever. So you kind of forget that it exists, and it is for a world title. But, you know, we're 13 days removed from 9/11 there. And I guess fans just kind of forget about it. And I think that's their only one-on-one match. I mean, they'd be on opposite sides of Survivor Series teams. We know that. But I can't think of any other time they might have wrestled other outside of maybe a house show or something. So anyway, that one's in the books. We're ready for our next one. This one's also pretty quick. It's only 13 minutes long. And this is one I've wanted to do. I already had this one scheduled for week number 1, but at the last minute, I bumped it because I realized that week 1 was January 4th, and that was the anniversary of Mankind beating The Rock on Raw for the title, so we did that match instead. So now we're going to do one that Juliet recommended, and I like this one. It's one of my favorite Raw matches of all time. For a couple of different reasons. Number one, Austin was super over. I watched The King of the Ring the night before with friends at my apartment, and just 2 days before that pay-per-view aired, I purchased a big screen TV, a 50-inch TV, one of those big-ass ones from the 90s that was heavy as all fuck, and it was on wheels. Purchased one of those in a big Oak Entertainment Center to go around. It cost like $2,500. Like crazy. That shit was so expensive back then. So I bought this sweet-ass setup, and the very first thing that I watched was King of the Ring 1998. I got to see Mick Foley dive off the cell on a big screen TV, and it was awesome. And then the next night, after Austin loses the title that night, the very next night, he gets a rematch against Kane, and the way they set this up in the opening promo with Austin calling out Kane, saying that Undertaker, you know, is the only reason you won the title, and you need to give me a rematch, and then Kane gives it to him. That whole piece of business right there was tremendous. One of my favorite Stone Cold Steve Austin, like, in-ring promo or confrontations that he's ever had. And it was so great. Kane agrees to the match, and they do it in the main event, and Austin wins. And I had my volume on full blast. I was marking out in my apartment. I had like a ground floor level, and watching that was just a great memory, So that's the match we're going to watch now. Hopefully you've got it queued up. I think we're ready on all fronts here. We just got to hit play. I got the match pinned there, and this is going to be Stone Cold Steve Austin versus WWF champion Kane, who just won the title at King of the Ring, first blood match in the main event. One of my favorite title changes, too, of all time, because when, like, Howard Finkel makes the announcement and Lawler just yells out, "Whoa!" I mean, it was pretty shocking that Isaac Yankem is the new WWE champion. It was almost just as shocking as when Undertaker beat Hulk Hogan at Survivor Series. It had the same type of vibe. Like, goddamn, I can't believe they did that. Kane is the champion. And just like his brother, he held it briefly. I mean, very quick. Undertaker dropped it, 5 days later, and Kane dropped it 1 day later. So that's why these two matches are on here, because I think the Tuesday in Texas match, I believe, is next. So we're going to watch Undertaker and Kane both go through kind of the same thing here. And this is one of my favorite matches of all time on Monday Night Raw just because of how over the crowd was. I think Austin had like a staph infection or something going on in his elbow, so his elbow's all wrapped up here. And we'll see how this one looks. Stone Cold versus Kane for the title on Raw, June 29th, 1998. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, play. All right. And here comes Austin. All right, and they are in Gund Arena in Cleveland. A lot of big matches and moments happened here. This is the arena that Raw was in when they purchased WCW and they did the simulcast about 3 years later. And here comes Austin, not the champion. Cut a bandage on his head from the night before when he was bleeding. And he's got that big bandaged arm there. He had some sort of an injury in his elbow, and it might have been staph, which I think would put him in the hospital. I don't remember. This is the same building that Mike Tyson joined DX. Another big match that happened there. The World Wrestling Federation is red hot. Yeah, they were starting to roll here, man. Austin was very over. Here comes Kane, the WWE champion in 1998. So wild. 50-inch CRT. No, it wasn't a CRT. It was a projection TV. They were in a big box. So, like, if you opened it up, it was mostly hollow. And you had, like, the little projectors there, and it hit like a mirror, projected it back on, something like that. But they were heavy as fuck because the bottom halves were very, very heavy. And they were a two-man job to move that thing around. So heavy. I've shown pictures of it before. I've got pictures on social media of that setup. I remember my buddy who watched King of the Ring with me the night before, and we watched it on the big TV. After it was over, we were still like completely mind-fucked by the Hell in the Cell match. So my friend's dad came to pick him up, and we went out to the parking lot, and we're like, you got to come in here and see this. And we queued up the tape for him. And I just remember him going, God damn. It was like crazy. Like, this has to be seen to be believed. Calling in strangers off the street. Guys, come look at this bump. Yeah, staph. That's what JR says about that infection. All right, title's on the line. The crowd was just, like that barricade doesn't look strong enough to hold back the fans. Clad in a satanic red. And this is right when Kane started wearing the double sleeves. He just had the one sleeve. There's Austin taking him down. Yeah, the crowd is super jacked. Nope. Going for the stunner. I mean, the crowd is just... The opening promo, if you've never seen the promo that sets this up, when Kane comes out to celebrate as champion and Vince is out there and Austin interrupts and just fucking goes off. Just goes off. It's something to behold. If you've never seen that promo on Raw, it's one of the best ever. And he gets Kane to agree to this. Thanks for the 10, Fox Star. In my Grok fantasy rebooking of Rock's 2000 title run, I did pretty much this whole deal here, but with Rock and Benoit for the title, or for the night after Fully Loaded. Okay, so Benoit wins the title, Rock wins it back. That would have been fun. I've been fine with that. Why didn't they do that? Because after King of the Ring, the night that King of the Ring aired, when the show was over, I didn't think that Austin was going to win the belt back the next night. I was just thinking that I guess Kane is champion now, at least for a little while, maybe until the next pay-per-view. But then when Raw started the next night, like right off the bat, you could tell there was a vibe. You know, there was like an energy about the show. I'm like, oh, this is going to be a special night. You know, so it wasn't going to be your run-of-the-mill rematch just to get it out of the way so Kane can move on with his title run. I mean, Austin was probably going to win the belt back, and you could tell that in the opening promo. And that's how they hooked you. You know, that promo hooked you, and then they made you wait all night long till the main event. Austin just double punching. Oh, pulling his legs out. Nope. They're taking him out again. Damn, right in front of the fans. Love it. What a thrill. Man, those old school guardrails, that's the way it should be. Everything WWE does looks like a toy set. Breakaway tables. Kane's lips have never touched liquor. Well, that's a shame. You're missing out, Kane. Ugh. I know, right, sir? That was the craziest part. I remember him hobbling out there. I remember being relieved when I saw him. I'm like, well, if he's good enough to walk out there for the main event, he must be all right, but I don't see how, you know, after the bump he took in the cell match. I mean, for all I knew, after the match, they wheeled him back there. He passed out and died. Some sort of crazy internal injury that he had that he didn't realize till 30 minutes after it was too late. Paul Bearer, Jesus Christ, he's huge. You know, I'm pretty sure that the Ringmaster and Isaac Yankem were in the 1996 Royal Rumble together. And here comes Taker. He already screwed Austin the night before. Not on purpose, but he did. And we're on the road to the highway to hell here, or we're on the highway to hell. I guess the highway is a road, so you can't be on the road to it. You're just on it. Kane going to the top. Austin takes the top rope clothesline. Would have been hilarious if Kane just beat him clean here, but that's not going to happen. So at this point, if I'm going to reenact it, I'm probably sitting up just like this on my couch. Wasn't much of a drinker, so I probably just had a soda or something out, a couple snacks. I'm definitely by myself. I was usually by myself on Monday nights because I always took off from work to watch Raw. And I definitely remember the finish, immediately grabbing the remote, and turning the volume up when Austin was celebrating. It was so awesome. I think I stood up. Choke slam. Terrible choke slam, by the way. Tombstone. Uh-oh. We're going to the finish here. Nope. Look at the fans. Ducks the boot. Look at the crowd. Look at Paul Bearer. And here I'm reaching for the remote, and I'm just like, yeah, and I'm turning it up. Yeah. If I had a toy belt, I would have grabbed it. They didn't have replicas back then. Or not yet. And then Undertaker's in there. Now watch here. You're going to see Austin give him the cue. Watch. He's like, Mark, turn around. And then, here's a receipt, motherfucker, for last night. Cost me my damn championship. Loved that. Oh, as a wrestling fan, it doesn't get much more euphoric than that. I was into it in 98. Austin was on top of the world. Look at this. Like Jim Ross, just the exhaustion in his voice, they sat up simultaneously. Just crazy. I'm so happy to be a 21-year-old kid living this shit back then. I mean, it was so awesome. I cannot put over how awesome it was. I mean, at least through the eyes of a fan that was my age. Maybe you were 6, maybe you were 8, maybe you weren't born at all, maybe you were, maybe you were too young to remember. But man, I was literally the perfect age you want a male wrestling fan to be. I was 21 in 1998. And the stare down, and this is your setup for SummerSlam now. It's going to be Steve Austin versus The Undertaker. I would like to revisit that match too. We should try to rewatch that one because SummerSlam 98 is great. All right. So that's one of my favorites ever. So Kane wins the title, then loses it on the next night's Raw. Now we're going to watch a similar match. We're going to watch Undertaker. He's going to win the title at Survivor Series, and he's going to lose it here back to Hulk Hogan just a few days later on this experimental Tuesday in Texas pay-per-view that aired on a Tuesday, and it had Hogan and Taker for the title in a rematch. And this would lead to the title being vacated and being on the line in the Rumble, and Ric Flair would win that. So that is now pinned. Tuesday in Texas. Let me pull it up over here, and we can hit play in just a second. There we go. All right, so this is the rematch, Undertaker versus Hulk Hogan. Figured we would watch this one because we watched the Survivor Series match last week with Taker winning the title from Hulk Hogan. So now we're going to watch The Undertaker with very early appearance as WWE Champion in 91, would not win this title again for, 6 more years at WrestleMania 13 in 1997. So it would be a long road to get back to the title here for Taker. But it was crazy at this time to see him with the title. Very eerie match. So another memory I have real quick before we hit play is, we can hit play right now, is that I watched this on the Scrambled feed like you would do sometimes in the 90s, and kind of listen to it. So here we go. Undertaker, Hulk Hogan, this Tuesday in Texas. 3, 2, 1, play. All right. I've told the story. At Survivor Series, I was out of town visiting family and cousins like I would do for Thanksgiving and stuff. So I didn't know about The Undertaker winning until like the next day or something like that, the title. But for Tuesday, I was back home. And I remember listening to this on the Scrambled feed. I had a TV up in my bedroom. I had a sweet-ass bedroom, a little loft over a garage. And I just turned to the pay-per-view channel, and I was able to listen to it. So I had no idea what was going on, but I knew Hogan won the belt back. This is my first time really watching this straight through. Because I never even accessed a personal copy of this. I never had it in any form, digitally. I didn't have it on a Coliseum video. I didn't own the match. So I never had access to the match until the WWE Network came around in 2014, which I'm sure I pulled it up. Well, I can tell they're in San Antonio. I recognize that building. So I don't think I even got a chance to see this. No, I take that back. It was on YouTube somewhere. It wasn't until the network. So I probably saw it on YouTube. But it was years and years later. And I don't even remember the last time I did see it. So it's going to be like watching it for the first time. And I forgot who recommended this one. George Morris. This is courtesy George Morris, by the way. This is his recommendation, and I thought it was a good one because we watched the earlier match last week. And here he comes. And he's pissed. That's right. Jack Tunney is at ringside for this, by the way. Double noggin knocker to Baron and Taker. Hogan's taking it to Taker. Now he's going to rain punches upon his head. Thank you very, very much, Fox Star Killer, for the $20 drop. That's a great recommendation, and we will watch it. Undertaker versus Steve Austin, WWF title match, Raw, June 28th, 1999. And that's a great match. You want to know why? Because I was there. Saw that one live. That was in Charlotte. And that was the night after King of the Ring, which was in Greensboro, which I also attended, which I still own the chair to. Because I had ringside seats, sat next to Vlad. Super fans of Vlad for that event. But yeah, we will watch that one. That's awesome. Okay, it was on Super Tape 92. I don't think I had Super Tape 92. Oh, I had the one with Beefcake and Hogan and against Zeus and Savage and maybe another one, but I don't think I had that one. Ooh, never mind. I did have it, but it was sealed. It's sealed. That's why. I definitely have Super Tape 92 because I can picture it. But it's sealed. That's why I never had access to it until the internet. Just seeing Taker, like the way he walked out with the title, like that visual of Undertaker with the title, it was just mind-blowing to me. Very similar to the situation with Kane and Austin. You know, and then with the Undertaker or with Kane and Austin, it was Undertaker kind of getting involved. With Taker and Hogan, it's Flair getting involved. So both situations, I've never really put together how similar they were until tonight, since we're watching these matches back to back. Hogan's starting to get them darker eyebrows. There's two Hogans. There's light eyebrow Hogan and dark eyebrow Hogan. Just like there's two Bundys. No eyebrow Bundy and eyebrow Bundy. Over the shoulder of Jack. This building is the site of Survivor Series 1994, where Undertaker would beat Yokozuna in a casket match. All right, L.A. advances. They beat the Bears. And it's L.A. and Seahawks. So it's Denver, New England, Rams, Seahawks. That's Final Four. It'd be crazy if New England won the fucking Super Bowl, wouldn't it? That would be bonkers. Nice. Oh. I love how Jack is literally in the entranceway there. No, Bobby Heenan's right there. He's going to be around for a long, long time, all right. He's still around. Has a podcast and everything. Undertaker is the only living human in this match. Hogan, Paul Bearer, and the referee are all passed away. Still hard to believe that Hogan's passed away. It's really hard to think about that, but it is true. We talked all about it. I've only smelled formaldehyde one time, and that was in school, and I had to dissect some shit. I'd dissect a frog or something, and they had it soaking in formaldehyde, and I just remember that stench. I'm like, never again will I be around anything like that. And I've never smelled it since, but I would recognize it if I smelled it. Ooh. All right, tossing Hogan back in like a sack. Joey Morella, who many people feel saved Hulk Hogan's title at WrestleMania 3. I don't think it was a 3 count, but it was damn close. It's almost like, does Undertaker need to be reminded that Paul Bearer has it? Like he can't remember? Look, don't forget I have this. You know, like, I know, bro. Like, does it need to be shown to you in order to draw powers from it? I don't know anything about sorcery or anything like that. So I don't know what the rules are with drawing powers from urns. Like a handbook? Yeah, Bob Backlund became WWF champion in this building. Thanks for reminding me of that, Zane. Such a great memory. I saw that AAA. Fuck AI. I hate AI so much. I hate AI. But AAA made a video package for Dominic Mysterio. And apparently in one of the images he's wearing an AEW title. Fucking idiots. Oh, I don't know, Hogan. Oh! What happened there? Oh, he took he snapped his neck on the rope or something. Oh, that was a botch. You can get really hurt. Oh, that's what it was. He tripped going in. Could have hit a wet spot. Big clothesline. Hit it. Yeah, not only New England winning a Super Bowl, but not having a hated team because there's no Belichick, there's no Brady. Still Robert Kraft, though, right? But that's easier to swallow. A lot of owners are pieces of shit. Not a big deal there. Well, it'd be a great way to move on from that Brady legacy, though, and show the world that it's not going to be another 50 years till you win a Super Bowl. Oh, Hogan counters old school. Probably the first guy to do that at that time. Unless Tito did it last week. Tito might have done it last week. Here comes Flair in his blue robe. Hogan's hulking up, but Flair is out there, and Flair has taken Jack Tunney's very own chair, I think. Clothesline over the top. Oh, Hogan's going after Flair. So I'm listening to this on the scrambled feed, right? Oh, there's the chair. Oh, my God. Chair to Flair's back. Flair lands on Tunney. Oh, this is a mess. Now Hogan's trying to take Undertaker off his feet here. Tunney is out. He didn't even take the chair shot. Ric Flair took the chair shot. He's on his feet. Tunney's dead. Oh, there's a chair. It's up there. Flair's got it. Oh, Undertaker eats the chair. Flair gets clotheslined. Oh. Up there's Paul Bearer. You know, I'm glad that if Hogan was going to win the belt back, it wasn't because of a big boot, 3 punches and a leg drop. Oh. Rakes his eyes. Punches Paul Bearer. Oh. Oh, he empties the ashes out? And he's going to use, ashes in the face. And a roll-up schoolboy. Look how quick the music played. Look how quick he's got his belt. 2 seconds after the pin, he's got it. And Undertaker loses the match. By the way, we're on Undertaker's YouTube channel. That's where we're watching this match, by the way. Should have mentioned that. And Hogan uses the ashes in the urn. The ashes of the loved one to win the title for the 4th time. And so this is, it was too much of a clusterfuck for Tunney. He's going to wind up vacating the title, stripping Hogan of the title, and he's going to put it up for grabs in the Royal Rumble, which, of course, Flair will win. We've watched that match before as well. And Hogan has won the belt back. I'm queuing up the next match here, which is the Armageddon 2008 match. And Hogan's doing the posing. So I'm listening, and I'm happy that Hogan won the belt back, I think. But I had no idea how he won. I couldn't tell that it was a schoolboy. I couldn't tell that there was a chair shot. I just heard Hogan win and pinning Undertaker. I had no idea what the hell happened. So I was happy to finally see that after all these years. Now it is time for a pretty fun one. A lot of you guys have recommended this pay-per-view in the past, and we haven't gotten to it yet, I don't think. Armageddon 2008. This is, I think, the main event. This is Edge defending the WWE title against Triple H and Jeff Hardy. So this is a fun one. That is what we're going to be watching next. And I've already got it queued up here, and it's pinned in the chat, so we can go ahead and hit this one next so we do not run too long tonight. But ready to rock on this one if you guys are. Edge versus Hardy versus Triple H, Armageddon 2008, WWE's YouTube channel. So this is not the vault. So if there's any chair shots here to the head, it might be one of those freeze frame things because this was uploaded 5 years ago. So hopefully it's not too heavily edited and we can still enjoy this match. So here we go on Armageddon 08, Hardy, Hunter, Cope. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, play. Yeah. Okay, no entrances. We're going right into it here. $78,000 likes on this video. I definitely did not order this pay-per-view. I was probably I wasn't paying too much attention. I mean, I would eyeball some results. I would check out. I'm sure I saw that night on the interwebs that Hardy won the title, but I was 31. I had a lot going on, working my ass off in my career. I would have never had time for a YouTube channel or anything like that back then. Having a good time with my friends. Loving life. Plus, after the Benoit stuff, I started saying maybe I'll say adios for a little while to wrestling. It wasn't until 2010 when I decided to flip on that microphone on the brand new iPhone I just got that I kind of got back into it. full time. Because back in these days, I would still order the Mania, maybe even SummerSlams and the big ones. So I would still watch, but I did not care if I missed Monday Night Raw or anything like that, and I didn't give a shit. It was no longer must-see, nowhere near that to me. And Edge went into this match as champ. And Jeff Hardy, correct, he has not won a world championship yet, right? He's won a shitload of tags, a couple of intercontinentals, but he is not. This, I think, will be his first time winning the title. Unless there was a quick run somewhere, I can't remember. And you guys, because I wasn't paying a whole lot of attention, you're going to have to fill me in on the before and after here. This is in 2008, so Edge is champion. How did he get the belt? Who'd he beat? And how long will Hardy hold it? Because then you're going into 2009, which is WrestleMania 25, and that is going to be Randy Orton and Triple H, I believe, for the title. So Triple H is going to win it, I guess, at some point, right? And then he takes it into WrestleMania to successfully defend against Randy Orton. Is that what they do? So I guess Triple H wins it. Surprise, surprise. Edge wasn't in the greatest of shape back in these days. Okay, Edge won the title at Survivor Series the month prior, and then Edge would win it back at the Royal Rumble in 2009. So then Triple H, I'm pretty sure Triple H goes into WrestleMania 25 as champion, right? Isn't that the year that WrestleMania 25 was? The home invasion thing with Orton? So he must win the title. No wasted motion, there it is. My favorite saying. They love to say it. I swear I've heard the announcers say no wasted motion when during a Rock match before. And I'm like, bitch, have you ever seen the people's elbow? How much fucking motion can one man waste doing a goddamn elbow drop? The hell are you talking about? A couple years ago, the wrestling announcers got a big hard-on for joint manipulation. They could not stop saying it. I'm like, boy, you guys sure are trendy, aren't you? Ooh. I'd be a shitty announcer or commentator. Like, I'm not saying that. They'd be in my earpiece. I'm like, I'm not saying that. That's stupid. I would never say that. Very gingerly. Oh, we got an electric chair here. Is Hardy going to come off and doomsday him? No. That's okay. Hardy did not make any contact at all, but I like the idea of what they were trying to do. Do we have our main event next? I think we do. And I've never seen this match ever. Steen and Generico. That's the one we're watching next. That's our main event for this evening. Shout out to Off Leather Wings for suggesting this one. But this one, the one that we're currently watching, was recommended by Zach Palgett. Forgot to give you credit, Zach. I'm not sure if I saw you in the chat tonight or not, but Zach recommended this one, and I liked it. Thought it'd be a good one to do tonight. Zach just suggested this in the members-only YouTube post. I do a weekly post for members only for just the members to recommend matches, and I always want to take at least one from there. And I thought this one was a good one because I don't know if I've ever seen it unless I watched it with y'all. I think I've seen the finish and the celebration before, but I don't think I've watched this from start to finish. Oh, spear. Spear to Triple H in the corner, no less. All right, Hardy. There he goes. Is he going to win? No. Look how he positioned himself. I hate that. One of my pet peeves. Hardy literally, he was closer to pinning him. All he had to do was lay on him, but he had to spin his legs all the way around so he can be in position for Edge to pull him out. That drives me nuts. I'm like, you made it too obvious. Check out Rob Grisham's over there with Matt Stryker. There's Lawler and Cole, I guess. Who do you got? Taz and JR in commentary here? What's that about? I don't know where Triple H is. Still selling the spear, I guess. So Cole and Lawler at the Raw table. Does that mean that JR and Taz were calling SmackDown in 2008? Is that what they were doing? Is that when they is that when they drafted JR and he didn't know it? Is that what he's doing over there? And you look, he was like legitimately pissed. Doing those stupid draft years. Breaking up Michael Cole Itaz. See, Hardy's a little more reckless with the monitors. Rob Van Dam was very polite. Most stoners are. There we go. That's what you got to do. You got to dump one. Stryker getting his butt out of there. Oh, shit. Ryan's dropping another big fat 50 in here. Thank you, man. Are you recommending a match or you're just giving me a fact here? Edge returns to Survivor Series and wins the title. Hardy wins it here. Edge wins it at the Rumble when Matt turns on Jeff. I remember that. Yes. Edge loses it in the Chamber, which Triple H wins. Edge takes out Kofi and wins the title on the same night, the world title. Yeah, I do remember that now. I wasn't watching all of it. I think I watched the Rumble, but not the world title or the Chamber. That's right. I kind of remember that now. Thank you very much, Ryan. Appreciate that generous drop there. Very cool. Okay. That's a good memory refresher there because I do remember a lot of that. And I thought it was really cool when Matt turned on Jeff. You know, essentially helping his mortal enemy, you know. So cool. Oh, my God. Damn. Jeff is going for a twist of fate onto Triple H on the table. Edge comes in and spears him all the way through the SmackDown table. It looked great. There, show a replay, please, because I caught the first, or I missed the first part of it. I just saw the finish. Here we go. Oh, yeah, the pedigree into the twist of fate, into the spear. Yeah. And then here he comes, pushes him out of the way. Oh, that's so great. So great. There's a DDT, or is that the execution or whatever? Or is that the impaler? I don't know. I always thought Edge looked like the puddle of mud guy. Kozlov Kramer? No. I forgot about Kozlov. Up, here comes Matt. Still a babyface. Brian reminded us that he turns at the Rumble. Oh, look at Hardy. Look at Jeff. Oh, Kozlov shoves him off. Kozlov. And there's Matt after Kozlov. Feels like we've had so many Kozlovs. We had Ludwig Borga. I forgot who was before Kozlov, but there was somebody else. Where's Hardy? Because he's going to materialize from somewhere soon. Oh, there's a spear from Edge. Where's he going for? A chair, a weapon? Get out of his way, Lillian. You too, Justin Roberts. Oh, concerto time. Sweet. He's going to concerto Triple H. I'm all for that. Jason Worth. Yes, he does look. He looks exactly like Jason Worth. Up. Hardy blocks it. Oh, see, they freeze the headshot. Of course. Of course. All right. Came out of nowhere. Grabbed the chair. Ah. Hardy got crotched. Okay, Hardy's not falling off the rope, so is he going to stay up there and swanton one of these guys for the win? I feel like that's what happens. Is he still draped? Or are they going to whack each other in the head or something? Pedigree. Triple H is holding his legs. He's going to get pulled out. Oh, swanton. Nope. Yes. I thought Triple H was positioning himself to get pulled out. I don't know what happened there. But Hardy came in with the swanton. What a finish. I mean, I think Jeff is one of the most over wrestlers to ever exist. He's a lot like Rey Mysterio. He appeals to such a wide range of fans. And I've always said that about Jeff. If you're a kid, you love him. If you're an adult, you love him. If you're a girl, you love him. If you're a boy, you love him. If you're a woman, you love him. If you're a man, you love him. As long as you love wrestling, no matter what kind of fan you are, there's a high likelihood that you like Jeff Hardy as a performer. And not a lot of top guys can say that. Not a lot of guys have something for everyone, and Jeff Hardy had that. I know he made kind of an asinine claim recently that he could be as big as John Cena, but I can see why he thinks that, because he was popular with a much wider range of fans than Cena. Cena will go down as a bigger overall megastar, but Hardy is not as far off as people think he is on that claim. If he wouldn't have had his issues and whatnot, I think he could have. I think he could have had an in-ring respect level that Shawn had, but with a megastar personality like Cena. Pretty cool, though, that he won the title. He doesn't hang on to it very long. And then, of course, in 2009, just a few months later, he would win the world title, right? And then feud with CM Punk on his way out the door, and he would jump to TNA just about a year later. January of 2010, which would be about 13 months later, he would be in TNA. 13 months after WWE gave them their most important championship for the first time in his career. That's wild. And then he'd win the other one. Then he'd win the world title. Crazy. All right, while Jeff is celebrating here, I'm going to queue up the main event. We're going to run a little bit past the 3-hour mark tonight, but not crazy, which is good. Good for you, Jeff. Does he get attacked or something? There's a lot of celebrating going on here. That's good. It gives me time to pull up the main event and get us all queued up. What'd you guys think of this Hardy theme that he was using here? A lot of people liked it. I was kind of indifferent on it. I'm a mark for the original Hardy's theme, but I guess I didn't hate it. Good for you, Jeff. He's getting the full-ass celebration here. He's getting the Shawn Michaels at WrestleMania 12 celebration. All we're missing here is the fucking plaque. All right, let me get Steen and Generico pulled up. And queued up, I mean. All right. I'm going to pin this match right now. All right, Jeff is still celebrating. I'll be back in 2 seconds for the main event. Perfect. There we go. Just wanted to get myself set up for this final match. Oh, shit. I did? Hey, Juliet. Well, I just thought that people should know about that, guys. There we go. I pinned Juliet's theme. Or post. Boy, we're still going through the replays here. Jeff Hardy literally got a 5-minute celebration. I swear on the finish, the way Triple H positioned his body, I thought somebody was going to pull him out. But Jeff just came in with the swanton, right? Yeah, this is what I want to see, this angle. So here's Triple H. So now see how he puts his feet out from under the ropes? I thought somebody was going to grab him. And then instead, Jeff just comes in. Triple H sells it. And Hardy wins. I guess the idea was that Jeff hit Triple H coming down on the swanton. Is that what they're telling me there? Okay, cool. Look at him standing on top of the castle. Good for Jeff. Very happy for him, man. Big deal. Can't believe he would leave WWE just a year later. I'm like, bro, they gave you the title. He was going through some shit, man. Right after he left in 2009, like 2 weeks later, he like gets his house raided and shit. And then like shortly after that, it burns down or something. And he loses his dog. He was going through a mess back then. Crazy. All right, well, now it's time for our main event, guys. We have never watched a Ring of Honor match together before. That's what we're watching now. And this is Off Leather Wings. Made this recommendation, I think, last week in the chat. I thought it was a good one. Thought it was an interesting, different one to watch. So just for fun, we threw it up here on this watch-along in the main event. It's about 30 minutes long. Ring of Honor Final Battle 2010. This is going to be on their YouTube channel. It's 32 minutes long. It was posted 8 years ago. And 2.5 million views on this one. Apparently, it's a very, very famous and classic Ring of Honor match. And I missed out during the Ring of Honor years because I was kind of checked out of wrestling when they were at their hottest. And the only way I can experience their great moments now is to go back and watch them. So I thought this is a really good match to watch because Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, they go way back. And apparently this one is just absolutely off the hook. So that's what we're watching. Steen and Generico in the main event here on Vault Watch Along Week 3. Let's do it. All right, here we go. I'm queued up. 3, 2, 1, play, okay? 3, 2, 1, play. All right. Throwback Thursday. All right, I'm glad we're giving Ring of Honor some love tonight. Now, this is Fight Without Honor. I think this is Mask versus something, right? Oh, I know this building where they are. ECW used to run shows here. They were based in the Northeast. Was it Jersey or where was Ring of Honor at? Jersey, New York area? Yeah, I just never watched. I was living my best life in these days. A lot of just working hard and playing hard. Working very hard and playing very hard. I was not playing games from like age 23 to 33. I had my fun, trust me. And so I kind of missed out on a lot of great Ring of Honor shit. Shake his hand. Look how big Owens. Oh, spits in him. Spits on him. That's not very luchador-like. Oh, now spit back. That's nice. Huh. Helluva kick right off the bat. Jesus. God, this is 15 years ago. If anybody wants to give me any history, I mean, obviously I know their storied back, or their long storied friendship and rivalry, but don't know a lot of the details. I just know they're partners. They've been partners and foes more times than you can count. But I don't know exactly what set up this match and what led to it and how long they stay foes before not being foes. Of course, we got NXT coming up in a couple of years where they both show up at. I know they've had multiple matches in Ring of Honor throughout the years against each other. Jeez. I know. I cannot believe with Tony Khan buying Ring of Honor that he doesn't have their entire library available to us. But I think WWE feels the same way. I don't think there's as big of a market in the old stuff as they thought, but I think there should be. Back in the day when I was younger, all I did was watch old shit, you know? That's all we do now. Every Sunday we watch old shit. All right, we've already got a chain. Now, he is fully hitting Kevin Owens or Kevin Steen in the head with that chain. Now he's wrapping around his eyes. That's nice. I like the hard cam kind of being elevated. Oh, there, Owens went down below to do a blade job. All right, we got a table. God. I wouldn't want Steen's blood on me if I was in the front row. I was doing very different things on my Friday nights than what's going on here. If you don't like violence, stop watching right now. I don't think I will. I think I'm going to keep watching. Thank you. Oh, we got a ladder. That's good. Let's bridge it. Well, because why not? You're going to bridge it? Or are you just going to use it as a weapon? Oh. Ow. Who's on commentary here? I can tell it's Kevin Kelly. Oh, that apron bomb. Think about how Sammy took that bump just so flush like that. That was 15 years ago. Think about what his back must feel like today. Yeah, Steen has turned on Sammy in multiple companies a dozen times. Ew. Goodness gracious. He wiped his blood on his arm and then he licked it. Tito was out cold, literally. He's got his head resting up against my computer tower down here, which is elevated, so his ear's like underneath it. Crazy guy. All right, Steen is taking apart the Ring of Honor barricade banners there, which probably weren't that cheap to make, Kevin Owens. Or Kevin Steen, excuse me. Oh, he's going to swanton on him, isn't he? Oh, or splash. God. Does Ring of Honor have the production to do the split screen replay? Because I want to see that one again. That was a frog splash onto these. I guess they're like aluminum banners there. They kind of bent around him when he went for the frog splash off the apron onto a buried El Generico under these aluminum Ring of Honor banners. Oh. Okay, we're just going to pick the whole thing up. You can cut him. That can cut you. Please be careful. Trying to think, does Sami Zayn have a big-ass scar on his back that I can think of? Because if he does, it's coming right here. Nope. Okay. Whew. Oh. Right. Yeah, they say there's no audience, but the WWE Vault and WCW Vault do well. Fans want to have access to that stuff. I just wish they'd just put it all on YouTube, make it easy, but it's going to be hard. You're going to have to go one place for the pay-per-views, one place for Raw, one place for the current pay-per-views, which are all on ESPN, another place for the old pay-per-views, one place for WCW, one place for Raw. It's just all over, one place for NXT. Boy, we enjoyed that WWE Network for just a short amount of time, and then just like that, snuffed out by the next way of content consumption. Oh, we're going to get a belly to back here. God, look at all that blood on his back. Bends the ladder. I don't know where this place is, but ECW ran shows here because I recognize the balcony. That's gnarly. He's just taking his own blood and just making a nice little painting on the back of Generico. Yeah, this is the Manhattan Center. That's what I thought. Manhattan Center. It's just a different building than where Raw was. I don't understand how the Manhattan Center is formed or functions if it's just one big building, but this is another little arena here they have in the skyscraper, I suppose. And that's where this is. 2,500 fit in here. That's awesome. Yeah, because ECW used to run shows. This is the same building where like Raven returned, and they did a whole they had some TNN shows here. And they also ran Hammerstein, right, which ECW also ran. Pop up. Jesus. I mean, I'd say Generico is 10, 15 pounds lighter than he is now. So much quicker. And Steen has got a gut on him, but man, he's so agile. So, oh, the announcers are right there at ringside. I like that. All right, Steen is now retrieving several chairs made of steel from underneath the ring.
He said 3 is fine. Just launching it right at Generico's head. You will recall it was that chair shot 1 year ago that started this between these two men.
So a year ago, this all started? Oh. Jesus. Kevin Kelly just put it on. I got 2 boys. I have so much respect for them. Just hurts to see them go through this. This referee's hilarious.
Got another. Generico trying to hang in there despite the pain. He's just standing over it now.
Oh, we're taking the mask off.
I'm guessing, Dave, is that the case? Hard to see from our vantage point, but I would think so. Looks like he's tearing.
Ouch. Yeah, speaking, I love that Generico's getting punched here because fucking Friday night on SmackDown, see how he mounted Dragunov and just punched him in the face until he bled? What was that about?
But he wants to show everybody his ugly face. Yeah, the eye.
Is there some heat there I don't know about?
Blocks that chair shot attempt. Move to the midsection from Generico. Trying to go for one of his own for some payback. But Steen blocks and drives the knees into the chair, into Generico. And he is down.
Ugh.
Somersault leg drop from Kevin Steen. Who has been pouring blood now for quite some time.
Yeah, Generico not bleeding yet. I don't know if he does or not.
Generico. Steen still got that mask that he ripped off of Generico in Glory by Honor. That chair.
I never saw the replacements.
Generico, my God. Oh, he's
Never saw it.
blood to Kevin Steen at this point. Again, Ring of Honor
Is it good?
has no responsibility for any of this. These two men felt they had to settle it here tonight. ROH did not want this match to go on. Todd Sinclair can absolutely
Oh my God. Steen, that's very graphic.
for a submission or count of fall.
Oh. Oh my God. Now he's opened up to. Oh, Jesus. Don't lick it. Don't lick it. He's going to lick it. Ah, he's going to lick it. I knew he was going to lick it. I knew you were going to lick it, Steen. That's what kind of a sick freak you are. You sick fuck. And he's wiping it. Oh, I'm going to use it as hair gel. Like a horror movie version of Something About Mary. They should make one where Mary's the killer. Super hot chick killing people. Then takes their blood and does the thing in her hair. That's what they should do. There's something about Bloody Mary. Yeah, there you go. See all the ideas we have on these watch-alongs? We should all be millionaires.
Come back. We didn't want to fight him. He couldn't have the strength to be able to.
Ah. There's a lot of blood exchange here. We're watching Kevin Steen, for those of you just tuning in, we're watching Kevin Steen versus El Generico from Ring of Honor Final Battle 2010, and we are about halfway into the match here, and we've had a very high amount, high exchange, I should say, of bodily fluids.
It's not professional
Their fluids have exchanged. And fans seem to love it. And I got to be honest, so do I. Oh, and he kisses him. Well, you got to kiss him, too. I mean, if you're going to exchange fluids. Oh, so it's going to be a driver on the ladder. God damn. What's going on Kevin Steen's leg there? Is that a piece of skin hanging off of him? What is that? Look at his leg. Please tell me that's some undergarment of his and he didn't just peel his leg skin off on that ladder. Hopefully it's an undergarment of some kind and unmentionable. And it's not a skin flap. Jesus Christ. Well, I might be looking for a movie to watch tonight, so that might be one. We watched the Keanu Reeves movie a couple nights ago, the one where he's like an angel. It was okay. Oh, my God. Yeah, Generico's blood. You can't even see his face because even though the mask is ripped off, he's covered in blood. The other night we watched a movie called Caught Stealing. It's from 2025. They make you think it's a baseball movie, and then it just turns into like a thriller. That one also okay. So Generico's going through that for that move that when he dives through the corner of the bottom and second ropes there, and then what is he taking into a DDT on the floor? Is that typically how it goes? And Steen was waiting for him there with the big tin sign. Jesus, of course you got to do that. The ladder's already bent, but he's bridging it anyway. Sneezing for some reason. Thank you, Tito. That was a power bomb into the corner, into the sign. Okay, there's a yellow beam under there that's, I think, hanging up the ladder. What is he do? Oh, no. No, that's not. No. You can't. You can. Oh. I'm like, you can't. I'm like, oh, Steen's like, oh, no. Greg, you don't understand. Oh, there he hits it. He got it. Oh, and he did it through the ladder and the table. Oh, that's brilliant. Fucking brilliant. Now you got to put it up. Okay, that is going to be a gnarly bump for someone. Who's taking that? I don't even know who wins this. I have no idea who wins this match. No clue. I think Generico does. Based on how this match is going, I feel like he's going to win, but shit. Oh, I don't know. The image of the severed head. Another half Nelson Plex. Oh, into the... Jesus, the way that chair just crumpled. I feel like even in a gimmick chair, you know, in those hinges and stuff, when you fall on a chair and it crumples like that, there's so many parts of like that metal that could pinch just a chunk of your skin off. You could literally just cut a hole in yourself. You know, like gardening shears, you'd cut like the stems of a rose. It's like that, you know. Just imagine doing that to your arm. Oh, they're in December of 2010. Okay. So I'm living here. I'm in California by this point. I've lived here for about 2 months when this match aired. I moved here in about 3. I moved here in late September of 2010. Oh, shit. Oh, God. This is going to be the worst. Oh, no. Just like that? Press slam? Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, God. Are they going to... Don't Spanish fly into it. Oh, he's just going to toss him. There he goes. Okay, that wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be, but that was still pretty bad. So Generico just press slams Steen off the top rope through. They had the ladder bridged over the ring and the barricade, and then a table placed on top of that. And Steen just bumped off of it. Yeah, Ring of Honor was wild, man. I can definitely see why this appealed to the frustrated wrestling fan who only has WWE to enjoy. Package pile driver, yikes. God, that's so gnarly. God, and Steen is so big. All that weight coming down. God, no wonder he needs neck surgery, man. Jesus. Oh, man, he is gashed hard. You can see it on Generico's face. My God. They got that streamers all tangled up in the streamers. It's a mess in there. They first met in 2002? Jesus. Brain buster onto the apron. Oh, it's Carino. Huh. Oh, wow. Oh, referee's not taking that shit from Carino. Oh, Carino takes out the ref. Oh, it's not official. That's right, because there's no honor for this one. Gotta have honor. Oh, who's out there? Oh, Colt Cabana out there to make the save. Nice, Colt. Now he's got the chair. Who's he going to hit? Is he going to hit Generico? I don't know what's going on here in the storyline. Nope. Hitting Owens. Or hitting Steen. No. Steen kicks out. Oh. Referee's going to eat a... God, what a bump by the ref. Damn, the way he hit the table. Jesus Christ. Props to the ref. Whoever little guy was. Oh, package pile driver to Generico, but there's no ref because he ate shit. Here's another one. Oh, is that Remsburg? It is. Huh. Oh, package pile driver to Remsburg? Oh, okay. What a bump. What a bump. Oh, no. Packaging him on the chair. Oh! Oh, the way he's stuck. Paul Turner, here's Paul. Oh, my God, Generico. Kicking out. Get out of there, Paul. See Steen a minute ago when he spit in Generico's face. I'm like, now you got like bloody spit coming at you. Oh my God. I'm not a germaphobe, but I don't think I could handle some of the nastiness that goes along with wrestling if I was a wrestler. It's bad enough you gotta feel their body sweat and smell their nasty breath in promos and get spit on accidentally when they're talking to you. But I draw the line at bodily fluid exchange. Damn. Oh, he's gonna do his. Is he gonna do his fisherman or spinning buster thing here? That's just so gnarly. Yeah. Nope. Oh, reversed. Oh, that's the exposed buckle too. Oh, there it is. What does he call it there? Something else? Nope. This is where Owens is gonna counter and do his spin thing, right? Oh, maybe he will hit it. Oh. So it was Generico that hit though. I was expecting Steen to hit that move. It was Generico that hit it. Oh my God. How do you even kick out of that? He landed on the top rope, which I think they obviously use cables there. Oh, what a bump. One more time. Yeah, one more time. That ought to do it. Well, do it if you're going to do it. Is he holding up the mask? Oh, Steen already took the mask prior, and he's offering it to him as a please don't decapitate me with that there chair. Here, man. Here's your mask, man. Please don't cut my head off with that chair. I'm begging you, man. Something tells me you're going to do it anyway. I'm going to die right now. I don't really want to die, but I can tell by the look on your face I'm going to die. Yep, here it comes. I'm dead. Well, that was nice. Sweet. I'm glad I watched that from bell to bell. My God. That was fun. I can see why Ring of Honor had an audience. I wish I was into it at the time. I wasn't. Wow. Good stuff. All right. Well, I think that was one hell of a main event to close with. So we've got a pretty good lineup already set up for next week. I think we have 5 matches already set and possibly some other ones that I'm going to take from here and the post I'll put up this week. So we'll have a pretty good lineup for next week as well, although I think that's probably going to be Championship Sunday. So we're going to be going head-to-head with at least one of those games, so we'll see if that affects anything. In case I have plans, don't think I do, but you never know. Anyway, I'll figure it all out this week. We'll make sure that we post the lineup and get you guys all squared away with what's going on there. And I want to thank you for hanging out tonight. Another fun one. I'm loving these Vault Watch-alongs, so we'll do this for the rest of the month, and then we'll reassess. We'll pick things back up. Maybe I'll put up a poll on YouTube. What would you guys rather me do this week? Pay-per-view watch-along, Vault watch-along. And we'll do whichever one you guys decide. So next week, it will be 100%. These matches will be chosen by you guys. Tonight, I just chose the one. Next week, it's going to be all listeners and watchers. So anyway, thanks for being here this weekend. Tomorrow's Raw, I believe, is in Belfast, so that's going to air a little bit early. I might try to come up here and pop in and give you some sort of review on that since I didn't last week. And if you were wondering where yesterday's podcast was, we did it on Friday night. So there is a podcast up, but we did it Friday night after SmackDown since I was busy yesterday. So there's a really good chance you will see me tomorrow for a Raw review. Otherwise, I'm still working on some stuff to pump out to the channel and shorts and Patreon videos, and I want to record a reaction to that Triple H Austin Jericho Benoit match that you guys recommended that unfortunately is not on the Vault channel, but I can give you guys that via Patreon and include the footage. So I'm going to do that over there. And you guys have a great rest of your Sunday night. Thank you so much for joining us again. These are always fun. And I will likely be catching you at some time tomorrow unless something weird happens and I'm too busy or for some reason Raw really, really sucks. We will see. You guys have a good one and I'll be talking to you soon. Peace.